Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. There's your brother Marcus out here in Trinidad again, just to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson will be Occupy Till I Come. Alright, and taken from the book of Luke, and I'll get straight into it. This is Luke chapter 19 and verse 12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds. So basically each man received a pound, right? And he said unto them, occupy till I come. All right? So I just want to look up the word occupy. And when you look up the word occupy,
Strong's G 4231. Pragmatuomai. Pragmatuomai.
All right. So I just actually paused the video, all right, to look up something because it says pragmatuomai, right, and it just sounds like pragmatic. So I went and looked up the etymology of the word pragmatic, and it says meddlesome, impertinently busy, short for earlier pragmatical, or else from French pragmatique, from Latin pragmaticus, skilled in business or law. And guess what? We as men of the Lord, Yahweh Shemiah Shai, we're supposed to be skilled in the Lord's business and in the law, because we are judges of the Lord Yahweh Shemiah Shai. As our brother said, it makes no sense, being a man of the Lord and not knowing the law. All right. It says, fit for business, active, all right, business-like, systematic. So it says what? Active. In Isaiah, it says, keep not silent. I mean, look up the word, to be silent, it means what? To be inactive. So, once you in this truth, you can't be inactive. You have to be active. You have to be pragmatic. All right. It says, a deed, act, that which had been done, a thing, matter, affair, especially an important one. And this is an important work we're doing. So when the Lord told his disciples to occupy until he comes, basically telling them to go out there, be active, do the work, learn the law, all right, do the deed, do this important work. It says also a euphemism for something bad or disgraceful. It says in plural circumstances, affairs. It says literally a thing done. All right. So when the Lord said to occupy till I come, he said what? To be occupied in a thing, to carry out business. It said what? To carry on the business of a banker or trader. So the Lord saying to take this knowledge, because that pound that the Lord Yahweh Shemiah Shai gave us, that pound, right? That pound, it says in Old Testament, a weight of 300 shekels was 1 pound. The Lord didn't give us 1 pence. The Lord gave us a hell of a lot of wisdom, knowledge, understanding to start with. The Lord gave us a lot of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge to start with. As the scripture says, to understand first and then rebuke. When we come into this truth and we learn this word, we start off with a way more understanding than these other churches, these Christians, the Rastafarianism, Muslims. We start off with a whole lot of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, because the Lord did not give us 1 pence. All right, he gave us each 1 pound, which is a lot of money. All right, 300 shekels. 300 shekels. All right, that is a lot of money. All right, let me do some here real quick. Let's do some here real quick. Let's type in the word shekels. All right, it says Genesis 23 and 15, it says, my Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. So the land was worth 400 shekels of silver. That is a lot of money for a land. And the Lord gave you 1 pound, which is worth 300 shekels. Most likely it would have been silver. All right? That's a lot of money. All right? That is a lot of money. It's Exodus 21:32. It says, if the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver. That is recompense, 30 shekels of silver. And 30 shekels would have been a just recompense. Now imagine the Lord giving you 300. Basically, you rich. The Lord said he know your poverty, but thou art rich. All right? He says, but thou art rich. All right, let's look up another shekel. Scripture. Let's see another scripture with shekels. Where is a good one? Let's see the New Testament, where it says about shekels. Alright, so it didn't say nothing about shekels. But anyways, the point of the matter is 300 shekels is a hell of a lot of money. Alright? And that is equivalent to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord Yahweh Shai gave us. Alright? He gave us that. Alright? That is what the Lord gave us. Alright? So when you go back to occupy, it says what? 3. It says to carry on the business of a banker or a trader. So the Lord gave you 300 shekels worth of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. If you want to compare it to that, that is a lot of wisdom the Lord gave you. Think about you poor and somebody gave you 300 shekels. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. All right? And the Lord tell you to trade. So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is our stock and trade. Meaning that the wisdom that you start out with, you're supposed to go and trade. You're supposed to go and increase. You're supposed to go and increase the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Yahweh Shai gave you. Means you're not supposed to just be with 300 shekels when the Lord come back. You're supposed to be more affluent when the Lord Yahweh Shai comes back. All right? But a lot of time you see men, they're not doing nothing with the shekels. They just holding on to the basic understanding where they have. And it's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to increase. The scripture says one planted, the other watered, but Yahweh Shai give the increase. So the Lord willing to give the increase, but you don't want to increase. You're not occupying. You're not doing anything with the Lord's money. You're not doing anything with the Lord Yahweh Shai's money. All right? Going back to Luke 19 verse 14, it says, but his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. That is wicked scribes and Pharisees, all right, and 2/3 of our people now. It says, and it came to pass, when he was returned, having received the kingdom, Yahweh Shai coming back, it says, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading, by studying, by researching, by learning. All right? Because wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is our stock and trade. All right? When the Lord said to occupy, that 300 shekels that he gave us was wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the basic package. All right? For us to go and become, tycoons in this thing. All right? It says, then came the first saying, Lord, thy pound, which had gained 10 pounds. All right? So he gained 3,000 shekels. All right? So he came out a rich man. All right? And he said unto him, well, thou good servant. It says, because thou hast been faithful in very little, thou hast authority over 10 cities. So the Lord even called that 300, that little wisdom you had, you know, you was faithful in it, and guess what? You increased it here. Look part of the kingdom. The second came saying, Lord, thy pound had gained 5 pounds. All right. It says, and he said likewise unto him, it says, be thou also over 5 cities. And the other came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound which thou, here is thy pound which I have kept laid up in a napkin. So basically, you know, you just there, Yahaba Shemia Shai, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are Hebrew Israelites. You know, Yahweh is his name, Yahweh Shai is his name, Esau is his so-called white man, and that is it. And you can't really do more. You only have about 4 months worth of knowledge. And when I said 4 months, that is the first 4 months you would learn in this truth. That is basically what you have. So you want occupying, you need to occupy in this, you need to increase in this truth. This truth is not just about standing, holding posts, going out on the week or the weekend and saying, Yahaba Shimei Shai, Mawat Lababal, or say, do this, do that. Nah, it's not about that. It's about increasing the knowledge that the Lord Yahaba Shimei Shai gave you, and also keeping yourself clean. It says, for I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. It says, thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou did not sow. It says, he said unto him, out of thy own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that which I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. It says, wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank? And at my coming I might have required my own with usury. So the Lord wants you to increase your knowledge. The Lord wants that mustard seed to grow into a mustard tree, and you keeping it back. The scripture says, with much slothfulness the building decays. You will decay if you don't increase the Lord's money. And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that had 10 pounds. And he said unto him, Lord, he had 10 pounds. He says, for I say unto you that every one which hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that which he had shall be taken from him. So that wisdom you had, the Lord gonna take it away. And the ones that have wisdom and seeking to increase, the Lord gonna give them the increase, because the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai giving them the increase, because they occupying till the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai comes. They occupying till the Lord comes. So if you don't occupy, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, he just gonna take away your candlestick. He just gonna take away your candlestick, hands down. It says Luke 14:23. It says, and Yahweh Shemel Shai said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be full. So when you learn this word, and you increase in this word, and you increase the Lord's pound, the Lord's 300 shekel, you have to go out and compel the people to come in by whatever means necessary. But you compelling them with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I will give you pastors according to my heart that will feed you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? And that is how you're going to compel them to come, with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because my sheep hear my voice. Yahushua said that. So you have to compel them with the gospel of Yahweh Yahushua. All right? This is Hosea chapter 2 and verse 14. It says, therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. So you are luring them, you compelling them to come in by what? By the wisdom, by the words, all right? By this sweet song. It says, and I will give her her vineyards from thence, and the valley of Achor, all right, for a door of hope, and she shall sing there as in the days of her youth, and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be at that day saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shall no more call me Baali. It says, for I will take away the names of Balaam out of her mouth. And didn't that happen when we entered into the truth? So when the Lord said, when you speak comfortably and allow her, basically, you know, that vineyard that the scripture says wisdom had hewn her tables. All right. So we eat this food. Thy words were found, and I did eat them. And then we learn Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he take Jesus out of our mouth, Selassie out of our mouth, Jah out of our mouth. Who's the next one? Allah and Muhammad out of our mouth. All right. It says, and they shall no more be remembered by their names. That is why we only say Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because the Lord, through his men, through the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders all the way down, allured us and brought us into the wilderness, into this truth, into this small tabernacle. All right, and the only how they were able to do that is because they increased the 300 shekels of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That pound, they increased that. Right now, they are rich men. Thou art rich, rich in this word, rich in this knowledge. Remember the scriptures. All right, remember the scriptures. You need to increase the Lord's pound. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, let a man so account us as the ministers of Mashiach and stewards of the ministries of Yahweh. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. And a steward is a man left over affairs of a house or a business. All right. And the Lord left us over the affairs of his house. So with much slothfulness, the house decayed and the roof falleth in. So if you're not increasing the Lord's pound, the Lord's 300 shekels, guess what's gonna happen? You're not a faithful steward. You're not handling the Lord business properly, and that business will crash. The business will crash if you're not working. The business gonna collapse. But the Lord don't want his business to collapse. So all he will do is replace you. All right, he will replace you. That's why he said he come 3 times looking for fruit, and he found none. Why cumbereth ye to the ground? All right. So the Lord wants to come and see business blooming. He wants to come and see business blooming. So you need to increase the Lord's pound. All right. So this is the final precept. It says Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 10. It says, for he that is entered into his rest, he also had ceased from his own work. A lot of men trying to cease before the time. It says, as Yahweh Hashem Yahushai did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest. You have to work to enter into the rest. It says, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. So when you're not laboring, when you're not putting the Lord's money to use you, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're basically showing that you don't believe. Yeah, you learn something, but you don't really believe in it because you have no time to increase in it. Trust me. You always see videos on TikTok. Nobody is ever too busy for someone else. There's priorities and there's options or obligations. If this truth is your priority, you will make the time, because there's always time. You will make the time to do the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's work. All right, it's not only just doing videos and going out on the highways and byways, but also studying to increase. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. Remember that. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and do rule well. Salutation to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is your brother Marcus out here in Trinidad saying shalom and stay strong. Shalom.